Nominambo, Queenie Nulona, Catelege, Chacoshe Kudu, Nyaneka, Eubola Caca, Kufe Mop, Udadito Doka, Todoka, Manini Antuka, Showan Tuka, Chamegine Figo, Loye, Chapo Pulgaba, Toma Bulekui. No vas a andala, Takuna Luciano, no Cadona, Carida,
Hiboko kurgadi kudode chathi bota pasera jike oshero ike da terekere adiko shupo au puona tago okwe hikanwa katereke fire ngongenda fire ngongenda kwe kapani fire ngongenda fire ngongenda kwe kapani
Yep.
Waturamo.
Momo.
Waturamo.
Moro.
Kalfi.
Hello.
Kalfi.
Yeah, what was that all about?
Wat? Ja.
Kofi.
Nee, wel, ik was een kwaito-danser in graad 10.
It's
okay.
But the people
gevaarlijk.
are asking, show us your moves. You didn't really show us.
Ja, negeet, man. Dat was die tijd.
Ken jy die namastap?
Ja.
As hulle so in die stof ding.
Ja.
Kom wys Mitch.
Waar zo, Calvin?
Yes, man.
Kijk, nee, the song's name that we just played. The name of the song is Waturamo. Het je ingezet. That is what it means. Waturamo.
Kan je nog?
Kan je inzet? Je is ingezet. Is je ingezet?
Oh, Waturamo.
Waturamo, is je ingezet?
Is hy ingesit?
Ja.
Is that some form of sexual...
Nee, Kofi, moenie...
Don't always make things about... Oh, Calvin.
Sorry, I don't know.
Ja,
What you
is jy ingezet? Oriel, is jy ingezet?
Inappropriate, Neville. I know it's Friday.
Vra, it's the name of the song.
it's die
Waturamo. Huh? Wat is die probleem?
Neville.
I was asking and ask. Good
Yeah.
morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Mix.
Moro, moro.
It's Friday, the 4th of February. I just see on my family
I
group.
almost heard 14th. Skrik ek.
I see on my family group, the Passon family group, that it's the birthday today of my great grandmother. She was
birthday.
born on the 4th of February.
Happy
19.
Hier, laat ek eers gou-
If it was 1946, then she'd be 75 years old.
Nee. As ek sê great grandmother, nee,
Okay.
then she was born in 1908.
Wow. Happy
Daar is nog
birthday.
nie
She was
19
born in 1908.
Daar is nog nie 'n ander nommer, is net 19.
Yeah.
Ag,
So if she was alive today,
Use your calculator.
ja, wag, want kyk, ons manne wat ons nou nie 2022 minus 1908. Sy sou 114 jaar gewees het vandag.
Wow.
Ja, so Susanna Sousa van Uppington.
That's a.
Happy birthday, where
Is she buried in Uppington?
Yeah,
then?
she's buried in Uppington.
And she was also born in Uppington.
She was born in Uppington.
Wow, that's fantastic.
She was a Damara Xhosa woman.
Ah,
Yeah. And that is where my Damara Xhosa ancestry comes from.
okay.
My paternal side is Herero, Himba,
German.
and a bit of German, and a bit of Nama also. There's also some Nama in there. So-
And we call the people from Rehoboth Bastard.
yeah.
Huh? What about us? I must actually.
Yeah.
I have a family tree. I must actually go and study it, and then I'll
need to
come
go
and
check
explain
out.
it to you. At
You
some
need to go
stage.
check it out.
Yeah, it's actually quite up to date.
It would be interesting to see, because your parents came from Bavaria.
Yes, but then my mother's side was German English.
Ne?
My grandmother was English.
You need to start respecting Land Rovers. That's what you need
I
to
will
do.
not in my life ever do that.
you
you know
see-
there are-
you see how fast
that's-
he answered that? Dis 'n regte German.
Daar is 3 goed wat nie op my erf kom nie. Is groot vet mense,
Is it?
'n Land Rover en groot vet mense.
Wow, lees toch
That
net
is-
Wow se comment
that is
as ek
German.
nou hoor. Jy dink, jene keer
Wa-
man.
wa- wa- wa. Ek het met die Here opgestaan vandag. Duitsers moet net my net uitlos
Hey,
asseblief.
Moau.
'n Goeiemôre vir die res.
Okay. These
Moa-
women,
Moa has been
these
transformed.
women that turn on you. Daar is vrouens wat op jou draai.
Wow is detoxing. She's detoxing
If you
from
sh-
Eichbein.
If
Yeah.
you show me your back once,
Yeah.
I'll never have it again.
You said it on live that you are gonna spend your birthday with your family,
Yeah.
and Mohau had something planned for you, and
Yeah.
she's so hurt. She is hurt.
Mohau, jy's reg.
A hurt woman.
Ja, moenie worry nie Mohau. Mohau ons is saam. Ons is saam.
Ons moet vir Moau vra. Moau, het jy Duitse bloed in jou?
Is
En
'n
as sy sê nee, dan sal ek vir haar vra, wil jy bietjie hê?
Ja. wat sy bietjie penicillin hê.
Penicillin. Penicillin.
This is Informante Live, and these are our top stories. Northern businessman Sindano Hango, who was found guilty of rape last year, will know his fate today after almost 7 years of a legal battle. The prosecution is demanding a 20-year prison term, and the accused demands a suspended sentence. But it is Oshakati Regional Magistrate Leopold Hangalo who will have the final word today. Hango is accused of having raped a female of his extended family in 2014. He was initially acquitted, but the state successfully appealed the decision, and the case was sent back to the regional court where Hango was found guilty last year. State prosecutor Nelau Yafrance is demanding a 20-year sentence, but Hango and his lawyer Kadila Amumo are demanding a suspended sentence. He is also asking that in sentencing him, the court take into account the fact that he had already spent 3 months in custody and has already apologized to the complainant, who is his cousin and was not supposed to have a sexual relationship with her. The lawfulness of the Anti-Corruption Commission's investigations into the fish rot case has been challenged by the lawyer of former Justice Minister Saki Shangala, James Hatikulipi and Pius Watelulu. The three men are currently represented by South African advocate Vas Soni, who has held prominent positions in the neighboring country. Cross-examining ACC investigator Andreas Kanyangela, Soni argued that the ACC is not authorized to investigate offences under the Prevention of Organised Crime Act. Soni further queried Kanyangela whether or not he is the ACC's leading investigator in the fish rot case. Kanyangela stated that he was the lead investigator but assisted by multiple other ACC investigators and police officers. Kanyangela said these investigators were appointed by ACC Director General Paulus Noah to look into the fish rot case in which millions of Namibia dollars were misappropriated from the fishing sector by former ministers and business persons. And finally, a 14-year-old girl fell pregnant after she was allegedly raped for 3 months by a 20-year-old man at the Oshankondwa village in the Onipa area. According to Oshikoto Regional Commander Commissioner Armas Shivute, a case of rape read with domestic violence is currently investigated. The crime allegedly committed between October and December 2021 at unknown times and dates was only reported to Nampol recently after the victim fell pregnant. It is alleged that the suspect used to go into the victim's sleeping room and had sexual intercourse with the victim that resulted in the victim falling pregnant, Shivute said. He said the victim never reported the matter to anybody, nor to her parents, until signs of pregnancy were detected by the parents. The victim and the suspect are staying in the same house and are related. The suspect has not been arrested, and police investigations into the case continue. Your Trustco share price today, the 4th of February, is at $1.18 per share. Taking a brief look at the financial indicators, the Namibia dollar is trading against the US dollar at 15 Namibia dollars and 30 cents, against the euro at 17 Namibia dollars and 50 cents, and against the British pound at 20 Namibia dollars and 80 cents. This is Informante Live, and these were our top stories. You can find more on our website, which is informante.web.na.
Informante News. Informante News. Informante News.
So looking at the corona cases for this morning, almost good news. I almost brought you good news today. We are almost there, but Monday, I'm holding thumbs for Monday. Because currently today, as of Friday, the 4th of February, the active cases in Namibia are at 8,021.
Okay.
That's very, very cool.
Okay.
So newly confirmed cases is 61, but recoveries are at 151.
Oh, that's good.
And the wonderful figure for deaths is 0.
Ach, dankie Kalf.
So there we go.
For Twitter.
Okay. And then
weer.
while we just are at it, let me give you the weather. Now, the North American Space Agency, also known as NASA, is reporting that just 2 weeks after being soaked by flooding rain from Tropical Storm Anna, citizens of Madagascar are bracing themselves for the arrival of yet another potent cyclone. Cyclone Batserai had sustained winds of 235 kilometers. Batserai basically went over Mauritius and is going to hit Madagascar at this time. And for those of you who'd like to go just onto the internet and go and look at the satellite pictures, that cyclone is bigger than Madagascar itself.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
So this particular cyclone at 235 kilometers per hour, and forecasts from the U.S. Joint Typhoon Warning Center suggest that the cyclone is likely to make landfall in Madagascar late today.
Wow.
Right. Then
Good luck to
Madagascar.
to the people of
So what
Madagascar.
happens is, as the cyclone goes over Madagascar, it basically calms down. But then as it gets over to the ocean on the other side of Madagascar, it's going to pick up again. So we envisage that the cyclone is going to hit Durban by about Wednesday next week.
Aye.
Embrace Durban.
Right. Then the Namibian weather. Heavy storms are most likely in places in the Ottosdorp Jupa and also in the eastern parts of the Kunene regions on Saturday. The interior partly cloudy and hot in the west, elsewhere partly cloudy and hot with a few odd thunder showers, but isolated thunder showers in the northeast and also in the Omaheke regions. The coast partly cloudy and warm to hot with a wind moderate to fresh southerly. Then maximum temperatures for today, it seems that Namibia is still going to stay cool in certain places. In Windhoek 29 degrees, Walvis Bay 26, with Swakopmund 24. In the Zambezi, Kantiba Mulilo today 30 degrees maximum. Going over into the northern parts of the country, Umuthia 34, Ondangwa 37, Oshakati 36. Then the central parts, Otjiwarongo 31, with Rehoboth 31, Mariental today with 35, Keetmanshoop with 35, and then Gobabis, where's Gobabis? I lost Gobabis. There we go, 34, Gobabis and Peterpos also 34, and that's your weather for today.
Ek sê dit lyk vir my die weer like in the south, Keetmans and Mariental 35 you say. Who's got the highest? Who's the highest today?
The highest, let me just have a quick look. So we've got big temperatures for Inanna at
Inanna.
36, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then we've also got Upu at 36. So the northeastern parts, the northwestern
Western
parts
part, yeah.
are going to be the warmest in Namibia.
Okay. Because, you know what, I'm so much looking forward to, I have to be in the lovely town of Luderitz around the 24th of February this month. And,
For the men's conference.
ja.
Is it a manne
Ek gaan nou klaar vroeg en ek kom eers laat terug.
Ja, kom later. But it's, you know what, I haven't been to Luderitz in 3-4 years. I am so much looking forward to go to Luderitz.
Oh, yeah.
It's a town that I say once again, it's so dear to my heart. And it's got its own identity. Die mense lag vir Luderitz want is net 'n klomp klippe and it's so windy, etc. But it's a certain uniqueness about the town that we are not any other town. Ons is die boeg.
Yeah.
So you can't come here and think we
tell
are
us what to
Tsumeb,
do.
or we are Grootfontein, or we are Windhoek. Ons is die boeg. Was Alana Greenwood, even she Luderitz, yeah, there she talks, yeah. So yeah, so much looking forward to it. Guys, just very, very quickly, kom ek lees net gou comments. I just need to tell you guys quickly, Deitzer and Mitch will quickly step out of the studio. We got a 10-minute interview with the 7th women's Namibian rugby team.
That is just so exciting.
Yeah, they came from Lesotho, where they took part in an international tournament. They quickly come and share with us exactly what the experience was. So we're quickly going to speak to them. So hierdie twee manne sal nou uit die studio uitstap, so we quickly going to have the interview. But kom ek sê net gou 'n goeie môre van 'n paar mense. Good morning to the team. Thanks Mutumba, Ethel, môre. Julle likes laat kom. Wat het ons nou weer gemaak?
We did nothing.
Yeah. Rosa, morning everyone in the studio. I'm watching from Otapi. Molo Kaufi, Dante Lovo, good morning. Gladness, Timothy, Mora, Mitch. Show us your steps.
Yes.
Mohau is paf. Ak vandag.
Sy
Tropa.
dan nog moet kwaad raak vir die hele show.
Good work. Nee, sy lekker kwaad raak. Good morgen alle zusammen. Nochmal gut. Ein schönen Wach, I'll get this. Kaufi, bly stil. Kaufi, bly stil. Ein schönes Wochenende
Genau.
wünsche ich Ihnen.
Ja, ein
Denise?
schönes Wochenende wünsche ich Ihnen.
Nee.
Wochen.
Denise Valentine. Good morning, MMC family. Masha, bye. Dankie, Estomich. Morning, Kaufman, also known as The Voice.
Hey, The Voice.
Morning, Neville, my own cuz. Morning, Estomich. Morning Mitch, who look at my pictures with the mouth open.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Estomich.
Hey.
Estomich, I need for you to answer me for once and for all. Okay? Estomich, you are a hero woman who left the shores of Namibia probably 20 years ago to go and live in Norway. I'm asking you for once and for all, answer the question. I've been asking this question for the last 5 years on the show. Your name, Estomich, is it your birth name? Because it sounds Norwegian.
It does. Maybe
Yeah.
she changed it.
Maybe.
So
what
she
was-
left the country.
Yeah.
She deserted us.
She
She
deserted
wanted
us.
nothing to do with us anymore.
Hello.
And she changed her name.
Yes.
That
me.
is called desertion.
To me.
I believe your Simistad surname, if I may ask, was it your marital surname? Okay, and that is understandable. But your name, Estomich.
Yeah.
What is your hero name? Do you still have a hero name? Do you have
Gadembi.
Gadembi.
Never luister. Moenie vir ons, bus ek in die Duitser wil al klaar gegaan het.
We
Moenie vir
wanted
ons
to-
kom
what-
uitsit nie.
sorry,
We wanted to go
What
already.
is this wara wara wara?
Yeah, we wanted to go mos Duitser. Kom ons
Ja.
los hom. Kom ons los hom.
Kom ek lees net die comments gou klaar man. I knew they would get a South African lawyer to grill the Namibian legal team. That is on the report that you were reading.
Yes.
Chinnery, I only hear Kanyangela. Good morning, Ricardo Afeni. Herman Reinders, Neville Jim jy nog? Nee.
Nee, Herman.
Nee. Thank you, God, for placing me on borders of the Atlantic and be with those along the Indian Ocean. Vosie Alana Greenwood. Neville vat my saam tog. Kom ons gaan saam. Ek het nie probleem nie. Want ek ry alleen. Wow, daai Duitse stem doen nog goed, maar hy moet maar aangaan kap met daai huwelik. I love Luderitz too. It's actually very beautiful to me. Kini, I get relativeness of languages, but who names these cyclones? Hey, wena.
That's true.
Batsiari is a Zimbabwean Shona word that means help or to help. The irony in there too.
How?
Ja, nee.
My heart beats for Luderitz Bucht. Don't care that it's a German man's fun. Daai plek is my hart se punt. True. The Crayfish Festival will be end of April this year in Luderitz. Everyone is welcome.
That's it.
Freshiana. Dit sal regtig baie nga wees.
Boek ons.
Estomich is my birth name. My parents named me that when they saw my Viking future. Okay, never mind. Yeah, guys, julle twee moet gou cheat.
You know what?
Don't tell us, never. We will win.
You will win.
Yeah, we will win ourselves, man.
That's what estimate means. It's complicated.
Kom Duitser, kom ons gaan. Kom ons gaan.
Guys, thank you so much. We will be welcoming our national women's sevens rugby team into the studio very quickly for a quick interview, and then we will then. We got some exciting stuff that we want to talk to you guys about a little bit later after the interview. But please stay tuned. Ricardo Afeni, it's birthday today. Wie's birthday is it vandaag? Is it yours, Ricardo Afeni? If it's your birthday, then happy birthday. Blessings. Mohausi Boli says, but are those South Africans ready for our Caprivian state rep? Julle like toer. Julle van Caprivi. Ja. Ons ken julle se nunkas. Ons ken. But nevertheless, it's such a pleasure to welcome our ladies in the studio. Ladies, you may sit down. Make yourself comfortable. You are live. People are seeing you already.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so it is such a pleasure to welcome you guys in the studio today. And first and foremost, welcome to the Morning Mix.
Thank you for having us.
I will first and foremost ask you guys to introduce yourselves. Kom eens hoor.
Okay, so I'm CJ Kotze, better known as Crystal Janet Kotze. I'm the head coach of both the women's 15s and 7s. Yes, a former player myself, and yeah, that's the little introduction.
Name again?
CJ.
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 CJ, welcome to the Morning Mix.
Thank you so much.
En hierdie skam girl wat daar sit. She sits there like, just check out. She sits like, oei, Here moet my niks vra
Niks nie.
Yeah. Yes.
Hello, my name is Letitia Matthews. I am a rugby player. I play national sevens. I've also played the national 15s. And I also play for the UNAM Rugby Club.
For the UNAM
Rugby Club,
Rugby Club.
yes.
Okay, you just went black on me because most of my people in Katutura, where I grew up, says rugby.
Rugby.
Did you just say rugby? Hello, ne? You guys remember my Facebook post when the last World Cup started? And I sent a shout out to all my Lokasi people where I come from. It's not rugby, nie. It's rugby.
It's rugby.
It's rugby.
It's rugby.
Letitia, CJ, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Very, very quickly, you guys, welcome back first and foremost. You guys went to the beautiful, beautiful country of Lesotho recently. Tell us a little bit, why did you guys go there? What this was all about, because you know what, our audience out there, no, we circles, tell us a little bit more, CJ.
Yeah, so we went to the beautiful mountain kingdom of Lesotho for the southern hemispheres or regions sevens competition that was held that side. It's a pre-qualifiers for the qualifiers that will be in April. So it's first time in 5 years that the Namibian ladies team were in action on an international scene. So it was just a good test to also see where the ladies game is at currently. So that's the main reason why we went there, was to assess where we're at against other African countries, and then obviously to try and compete to get into the final qualifying stage, which we unfortunately did not do by coming second. But it's okay. I think in terms of coming second, it's history on its own, right? So yeah, that's a bit about what we did there.
5 years inactive.
Yes, 5 years.
Hoekom en waarom?
Yeah, daar is seker baie contributing factors. It's been a bit difficult the last 5 years. We had our first national team went out in 2014, 2015, 2016. And then after that, it's just like the country, the rugby, the women's rugby in the country just came to a complete standstill, even locally, in terms of game time here and everything. So about 2.5 years back, there was a coach Les Bogart, that's been very much involved with the men's game as well. He contacted me and he's like, listen, we've got this idea of bringing back the game by UNAM. How's it? Do you want to join? And I was like, okay, cool. Let's see what happens. And we ended up touring the country, Kitmans, Walfish Bay, everything, trying to get the game back on its feet. And yeah, and now we're standing here 2 years down the line. And we've got about 10 clubs, women's clubs, across the country. So yeah, I can't tell you the main reason for it dying out, but I think it was also just a lack of interest and investment and all of those things. And yeah.
Letitia,
Yes.
my 13-year-old daughter, she grew up with 3 brothers. And my mother, who is a typical Katutura auntie, always gets pissed off because my little daughter, she does not have any girlfriends. She does not like to play with girls because she grew up with boys. She, in Steveland, you know her, she plays a mean set of soccer. She can dribble boys. She is naturally very athletic and butch and 13-year-old Vasi Owense and so. And I let her be because I don't want boys to come close to her. So if they see her as a bra for no, as nah,
That's happy.
I have no problem with that. Letitia, how do you explain to the stereotype out there that girls playing rugby, I mean, this is a sport for men. What made you decide to play rugby?
Well, for me personally, I've always been a sports girl. I've played a number of sports. I've played netball, I've played basketball, I've played tennis. Rugby has just been something new, something out of my comfort zone that I wanted to try. And so when a friend came to me and said, would you like to join the UNAM club? I was very excited to join the club. And in terms of stereotype, I think rugby has a long history of being known as a masculine sport.
Yeah.
Being framed as a hyper masculine sport where women who play rugby are seen as manly.
Yeah.
Right? And contrary to popular belief, I think that's very much false.
Yeah.
Because it's sports. Everybody loves sports. And with rugby, there's especially a huge stigma, especially for us.
Of
Even
course.
from my own experience, is that women who play rugby are seen as gay
Yeah.
or lesbian.
Yeah.
Which is not true, because there are women rugby players who have families, who have children, who are married,
Grandmothers,
and have the support of their
Aunt
husbands.
Nance.
Yes.
Oh, it's even, I mean, we already overcame the other stereotype that it's only Lanis that plays rugby. We first had to come over that one. It's a sport for white people only. Until Chester Williams, Errol Tobias, the old South African players started making inroads in rugby, and we first had to deal with that stereotype, and now we are dealing with the stereotype that women can't play rugby. So, and how long have you been playing it now?
For less than 9 months. I
Is it?
only started last year.
Okay, okay. And talk about that. She's been playing it now for 9 months. What is it like for you, CJ, to actually to assemble a new team now that you guys probably have to deal with international players out there that's been playing much longer? How do you deal with stuff like that?
I am so glad you asked that question. What people tend to forget is that the ladies' game is very much at the grassroots level now, even though they're at club level. We're talking about treating them almost like under 7 boys. They don't know. They don't know anything. They don't know how to tackle. They don't know how to pass a ball. Some of them can barely catch when they get to you. It's a completely. It can be very frustrating actually if you don't have the patience. And I think that's what drove me to do it, because I'm so good with kids in terms of I coached at Orban for a few years with a friend, and that's where the love of coaching started. So for me to take up the girls was absolute treat, because to see that growth, Neville, it's like this. A girl, they normally say girls do so well in school, so quickly, they learn a thing so quickly, but you've got to see them on the field. Give them a tennis ball, these girls hate me. If they see that tennis ball, they're like, geez, coach, what's that? Ek wil nie die tennisbal weggesteek.
Ja, nee.
Want ek kom daar met 'n tennisbal and I'm like, okay, yeah, girls, catch 2 hands, pass 2 hands, and it's forcing them to just focus. But yeah, it's very challenging to play against the likes of, for example, Zimbabwe the past weekend, that has been active.
Groot girls daar, ja?
Groot honor. They've been active for a few years since we stopped. They've continued. I mean, I've played against them. And those same ladies took on the likes of Lulu, them that have only been there for 9 months. So it's challenging and such, but at least we can say we started somewhere. And we started on a very good note in terms of the second position. And I think it just shows you that we do have talent in this country. Doesn't matter how far back they started or how long they've been busy, but the talent is there. It's just a matter of keep going with it.
Tyshawn, ach jere, wie jy? Neville, please ask the ladies, is it true that rugby players drink beer after matches? Jere, wie jy?
Lulu, would you like to answer that question?
Vosia Lana Greenwood says, Brighton Paulson was my favorite rugby icon. Mutumba says, tell Auntie Agnes Chongarera to stop invest in the sport and stop the jy bedoel seker start investing in the sport and stop the infighting at the NRU. It's having a negative impact on the sport code. Stem julle saam?
Well, I can't say that there's infighting that I know about, but in terms of investing...
Moenie, hallo, hela. You leave your diplomacy there at the door as a morning mix. Hierso ons praat reguit met mekaar.
In terms of investing,
Hallo, ons sien die
in-
goeie gebeur. Ja.
in terms of investing, please do. I think net soos die vroumense die Brave Gladiators 'n paar jaar terug wat ook gesukkel het met funds, we're in that situation where the
Yeah.
women's game in general in this country needs to be developed. I think Boma just made people notice the ladies in this country, that we have to be taken seriously and that we are forced to be reckoned with, definitely. Whether it be soccer, rugby, netball has been doing a few great things, or athletics. We are here and we want to make the country proud. So please do invest in us, basically.
But honestly, we can't have our 7s and 15s women and men rugby team playing on weekends and back to the 9 to 5 jobs on weekdays with blue eyes and broken arms. We need to pay them well so they only focus on rugby. Letitia?
I agree.
Nee?
I definitely agree. Especially now, when you came from the tournament, I had to get back to work immediately with my
Same
minor
here.
injuries, and I work a lot on my laptop, so I had to do a lot of typing with my finger injuries.
Nee?
So I definitely agree with that.
It's really. I mean, I'm a big rugby fan. Big rugby fan. My international team. I support the All Blacks. For my whole life. Ja, iemand is nie happy daar oorkant nie, maar sy moet net lekker wees. And when it comes to the women's game, who's the top dog in women's rugby at the moment?
New Zealand.
Is it New Zealand? I thought it was England.
Oh, well, they and England have been arch rivals for quite some years, but I think it goes the same with the men's game.
Yeah.
Currently, New Zealand is very much in a rebuilding phase, just like ourselves. They are hosting the World Cup later this year in September. So they've been rebuilding to bring in or to create a bigger depth. And you could see that because they lost a few games to England in the last year.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I think they know their processes and they know where they are at. And currently, New Zealand is under lockdown. You don't even see both the men or female teams
Yeah.
at the HSBC series.
Yeah.
So they're not getting any game time. And with any other sport, Lulu, please back me up on this. The more game time you get, the better the girls
True.
would perform. I think if we had Zimbabwe at the end of the day,
Yeah.
at the tournament we were at, it would have been a completely different game because the girls just needed to have those nerves settle and structures.
CJ, maybe in closing, what would you think in terms of development here going forward? Are there future tournaments that you guys are going to be taking part now for the rest of the year? And how do you see the team progress for the rest of the year?
Well, from an Rugby Africa standpoint, there's currently nothing except for the teams that have qualified for the African Cup, which includes Zimbabwe now. So for the time being, we're open to invitations and hopefully sponsorship to help us get to those respective invites. I've gotten a few in South Africa. For the girls to go play at the NASNA Sevens and things like that, where you play both international games against other countries and local clubs in South Africa. So development-wise in the country, we've got a tournament next week, which I think Lulu and the rest of the team are very much excited about because they will be facing up against each other now instead of playing with each other, because now it's UNAM versus Wanderers and Wanderers versus Kudus and Okahanya and all of these nice things. So I think the girls are just excited to get back to rugby locally as well, yeah.
So conditioning, it would obviously help with the conditioning going forward,
Yeah,
because
both.
conditioning and fitness is the key element.
Yes.
I mean, I've seen it for many years when the All Blacks would clobber the Springboks for the longest time. Fitness has always been the issue.
Yes.
And you could clearly see that the Springboks would start the game very fast,
Yeah.
but the last 20 minutes was hardklop hulle in hulle move in. Ja. Jessica, wie het jou gevra? Wie het jou gevra? Vriendelike dames. Ek het hulle eppo toe gevat. Ja. Is it your claim to fame here? Yeah. On that note, I would like to say, guys, you know what, as Trusco, we've been extremely honored, and it was really our pleasure that we could provide you guys with logistical support as you went to Lesotho and obviously
Hy
back.
busie was 'n yellow vibe.
It's a yellow vibe.
You want to chill with the big boys. We were just there. Die girls het gegooi en hy busie hier. Ek is so bly ons het dit tot by die lughawe gemaak.
En julle het dit gemaak.
Ek het gedink hulle gaan hy busie hier so. Hy busie net so gemaak, maar it was good.
Hoor van net los die springbokke uit Neville. Okay, sorry, excuse. I must say the and I saw the interviews. I saw the video of the interviews that you guys had at the airport. It was so cool to see guys. You guys probably looked like for the first time going out of the country, and the candidness of what you guys were talking about, etc., etc. It was very funny and inspiring, and the shout outs to my family in Rebot and Gobabas.
Alicia, ek dink hulle praat van jou. Chandra.
So, but it was so cool.
You know what? That's the best part about it. I can say honestly, this team was so diverse from corner to corner. We had people Gobabas, Rebot, Mariental, Grootfontein, Walvisbaai, Windhoek. Almal, die hele country was Okanja, die hele country was gerepresent.
Jonathan Kingdom Minister, I believe we had a very serious discussion with each other in the beginning of the week. You are a man of God, okay? And we made it very clear. We talked about pastors who are preying on beautiful women. Don't come here on my show and introduce me to the beautiful girls you are with, my big brother. Line or Sukjoni is on me, okay? Jonathan, thank you very much. Guys, it's really been a pleasure to have a little chat with you guys in the studio. Jagan Kaiser, yes, Grootfontein in the house. Yeah.
Gabriella.
It's really, it's been a pleasure just to come and have a quick chat with you guys, and all the best. You guys came back with a
plate. As a yellow plate.
As a yellow plate.
Ons soek nou net breivleis op.
Net breivleis.
Dan gaan hy meer worthy wees. But thank you so much from our side to Trustco and Informante and all of you guys. Thank you so much for the support. It's been tremendous, and I'm not just talking about now. Even last year, just the build up to everything. And I hope you guys still stick with us throughout. It's media like you guys that take the women's game further. So Neville from us, thank you so much.
He says you're cheap, ne? Because Jonathan says I'm on my way to the studio now. Yeah,
Lulu.
Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and have a blessed weekend. And we will obviously be checking you guys out. Jong, die manne is besig met julle hierso.
Kom ons lines.
Julle moet chip. Ja. Station. Tag. Yeah. Tag. Yeah. Guys, thank you so much. Enjoy your day, and we will be following you guys from here going forward. And when we guys speak to you guys again in the future, ons wil net na goed hoor. Nee. Sharp. Thank you so much. We will be welcoming Sharp Ronan. We're going to be welcoming back our my guys back into the studio. There are two very, very important topics that we need to tackle here this morning. And let me first and foremost, so hoe dit gevoel om daar by die kant te sit?
Heerlijk ongemakkelijk.
Ja, baie ongemakkelijk, not wanted.
Yeah.
I feel like one of these weggooi kinders.
Yeah, we feel very sad.
Guys, thank you so much. Welcome back to the studio. I have something that I need to discuss with you guys quickly this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And it is it's a burning issue for me that has been happening in the media, I think, for the last couple of days, and it has to do with and guys, please, I need your input on this topic. It is with the recent arrest of Mason Greenwood. the Manchester United
Oh, yes.
player.
Okay.
Okay? The media was abuzz with the arrest of this boy, of alleged abuse and sexual assault that happened against a girlfriend or former girlfriend, etc., etc. I would like to read a post by a Namibian journalist. He obviously, and this is Carlos Kambaekwa, he obviously many a times in terms of sport, he would give his opinion about certain incidents of sport or whatever happens in the sport fraternity. But this is what Carlos Kambaekwa wrote on Facebook on this issue. Something just struck me about the rape and assault allegations leveled against Mason Greenwood. The phrase ex-girlfriend brings me to the reasonable conclusion that the pair was no longer dating. Now, the fundamental question that needs to be addressed is, when did the assault happen and why did the madam take so long to throw their dirty linen in the public domain? Worse still, I'm puzzled that his own teammates have resolved to throw him under the bus. As much as I don't condone violence on defenseless women, there's always three sides to the coin. People always only think about the head and tail, ignorantly forgetting that a coin is shaped in forms. Here, I'm referring to the edges apart from the head and tail. Let us interrogate the issue with cool heads. It looks like Mason ended the relationship and the young lass resolved to pay the footy back in own coin. Keep in mind that pro footies earn serious money. It appears like somebody was anxiously waiting for this dude to step over the line. Guilty until proven innocent is at play here. I am just wondering. Your thoughts, gentlemen.
Kaufman
ek begin by jou. Nee, ek wil by hom begin.
Okay.
Want ek moet elke keer by Kaufman begin, dan kom ek na jou toe. I want to hear what is your take on this case.
My take, firstly, he's a very stupid young man. For me, he's very stupid. Firstly, just want to put it out there on the table. I don't condone any form of violence against anybody. I'm not putting a gender to it. Any form of violence against anybody. Secondly, this guy is stupid for him being almost like 20 years, and he's a multi-millionaire. He could have gotten any woman he wants, and this is the situation he puts himself into. So for me, basically, my take is almost like, what's the guy that wrote that?
Carlos Kambaekwa.
Carlos. So, and this is what the media outlets are doing, and they always do it when a man is the perpetrator, or so the alleged perpetrator, and this is something that is known like contempt of court, where people can unfairly or risk to unfairly influence a court case for a perpetrator not to get a fair trial. And these people already convict the person. And
okay, what are you saying? Because you started off by saying it's a stupid boy.
He's stupid.
Okay, but now you are saying that this boy is being ostracized by the media before the trial
even happened.
Okay.
So what? Let me make it clear. I'm saying, as a man, in these times, you need to be 5 to 6 times more careful, and especially when you are at that high level earning man, like, and you are at a public figure, you need to be 100 times more careful with whatever you do, because the only time that you are proven innocent is when there is video evidence or so on. So let me put it like this. these two people were probably still dating. It's just my thoughts on it. And probably they just had an argument, they went apart, and again they got together. We do not know when these pictures were taken, probably some things that were, because the man was arrested on Sunday.
But does it matter
January.
when the pictures were taken?
Yeah, so I'm saying probably it was a fight between them when they were already dating. And even if you look at all those bruises, most of the bruises that you see there on her, it's probably fall marks and so on. If you guys are pushing each other, it's not like somebody will punch you on your knee. Nobody will punch you on your knee.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, nobody will punch you on your knee. So what I'm saying is, people will always look on the outcome of any situation. So as a man, he should have been much more careful.
So she was not beaten. Sy is net rondgestoot.
The marks show that. And if you also
So you
look
are
at-
a forensic expert.
the marks show that. I know. Just look at that. How would you have, like, it's just something that you were pushed against. And I see the lip burst. I see it. And I say he's stupid for doing it.
Die lip, so sy is gestoot.
He is too.
She wasn't punched.
I don't know if she was punched. I don't want to say she was punched. I'm saying that he is stupid
No, you
for
are
even
the-
resorting to it.
You are the expert.
No, I'm not. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Until we have everything from both sides, it's very unfair that Nike turned against him. EA Sport
It's unfair that
removed
Nike
him.
turned against him.
Yeah, EA Sport actually removed him from some versions of FIFA 2020. Nike turned against him. They removed him. Manchester also said, just go read Manchester's statement. They say that they are not going to do anything until...
Jy klink die hele tyd net, jy flip.
Ek flip-floppie.
This is the point where I need to get in.
Get in.
Kom ons
Get in.
hoor, Koffie, wat sê jy?
So the British media has reported, and I quote, on Tuesday night, Manchester United released a statement reiterating their strong condemnation of violence of any kind. The club added, as previously communicated, Mason Greenwood will not train with or play for the club until further notice. The striker from Bradford was earlier removed from versions of the FIFA 22 game following his initial arrest after Nike suspended their deal with the player. A spokesperson from the game's manufacturer, Electronic Arts, said Mason Greenwood has been removed from active squads in FIFA 22 and has also been suspended from appearing in FIFA Ultimate Team, PAX and Ultimate Draft. An earlier Nike statement read, "We are deeply concerned by the disturbing allegations and will continue to closely monitor the situation." Listen to this now. Manchester United are allowing supporters who have purchased shirts with Greenwood's name printed on them to change them for another shirt and name of their choice. So the damage is done.
Yeah.
This guy has been effectively convicted on an ongoing investigation.
Yeah.
Now, we all know that gender-based violence, particularly in Namibia, is a big issue for us.
Yeah.
However, false rape allegations are a massive issue. Because let's say a woman has got a vendetta against a man who happened to have been in her presence at some time, perhaps have an argument with. And this happened to somebody I know. This woman literally abused herself. She ran into walls, knocked her head into walls. She was pimple and tat. She was purple and blue all over.
Wat lag jy?
Wait.
Don't laugh.
Maria, kom toch.
No.
The next morning, she went to a friend doctor who had her examined. And then when you get raped in Namibia, the doctors have to fill in a physical form. It's a police form kind of thing, which needs to be handed in as evidence. And then she went to the police and made a rape case. So gender-based violence unit, which is there at the Katatura Hospital, called this guy in. And on the initial investigation, just the question to this guy, did you rape her? And he said, no. And he says, but the evidence shows otherwise. I am now arresting you and keeping you under investigative arrest. This happened to the guy in December, 3 days after the courts closed. There's no bail for rape.
Until March or something.
There's no bail.
You have to sit.
You guys don't understand what this poor man went through. on a false rape allegation. So, between you and I, until I don't see that this court case and the evidence shows that it did happen, stuff her, stuff Manchester United, stuff Nike, stuff all of them.
Fever also.
Fuck hulle.
Yeah, and Neville, you don't understand how serious this is. Let me show you example. Yeah.
Ek moet, there are a lot of comments, okay?
Yeah.
So we quickly need to get to the comments so that we hear what people are saying. Mason must chip, says Estomich. We care about the good news about Mariana. Okay. Mutumba. His career is gone. One moment of stupidity can cost you a lifetime of hard work and personal sacrifice. Jonathan Kingdom, Manchester, he's a Manchester United supporter. Carlos. Die girl soek net moltzak. Ons ken hulle. Moltzak beteken biergeld. That's what that betekent, Kalfie. She only wants money. This is what Ricardo Afeni says. The edges doesn't count. How is Carlos coin? This is what Jonathan Kingdom says. Natalie says, all Manchester United fans is net violent. Young man's life is over, say Jonathan Kingdom. Teshon, okay, that's a personal discussion there. Anakam United fans are violent. En hulle Liverpool and All Black supporters. Sack, Stephanus. What he did was very wrong, says Dante Lovu. Mason was known to have a short temper, allegedly. With his type of money and his age, he could have reached out for help. Penda Nali says, whether she's bitter or wanted money or whatever, if he did what he did, he deserves everything he's getting. Some rumors are saying it might have been role playing. That's what Penda Nali say. Teshon say, Mitch is alles alright, homeboy. Started going in circles again. Hy maak my nou dronk. A true man cannot touch a woman physically, no matter what. That's what Jonathan say. Eish Kalfie moes maar eerste iets sê, sê Rovera. I hope for Mason's sake he didn't do this thing. Otherwise his career is over.
It's over.
And sponsorships will chip.
Let's
hope she beat herself and framing him, or else it ain't good. I second your opinion, says Jessica. Rovera, die boy rook iets. Ek weet nie wie rook iets. A yellow memorial service speech never start over. Mitch was not listening. Rovera. Mitch, if I were you, I would just be quiet. Good morning, big Bam Bam boys, it's Friday. Where do we go chill today? Aye, Braji content. Toch, asseblief. GBV is just wrong. Mason was just abusive towards his girl. The voice note is proof of that. Whether she took time to report is irrelevant. This is what Jacob Gaisep says.
Hang on, can I get on that? How long until she went and told the police about this? How long did it take?
We don't know yet.
I can imagine a couple of days, perhaps, maybe a week or two, or what.
Okay. She uploaded it to Instagram first.
Okay.
And people saw it, and then, they
from where she says the incident happened to the time that she was either in hospital or in police, how long was that period?
This is what she did. She uploaded it on Instagram with a caption saying that if you guys want to know what Mason Greenwood did to me.
Okay.
Boom.
Hang on a moment.
So
hang on a moment. She went to the police and said, I was raped. Is that correct? How long was it from when she was raped to the time that she went to the police?
But guys,
the stuff Instagram.
Can you just Google the police report?
Yeah.
The police report says that they are aware of the imagery shared on Facebook.
If somebody gets abused or raped, you wait till that other person sleeps, or you open up the house, or what, you run out of the gate and you scream, help! Help! Polisie, ek is nou geryp hierso. Kom nou. Julle moet nou kom. You don't sit there and wag. You wait for 10 days news.
Manne, julle,
I've
nee.
just been raped, but I'll wait for
Can I
2 weeks.
clarify
What
something
the hell,
for your,
dude?
for your
Ouwens,
unscrupulous people? Rovera.
ek moet hier 'n paar comments nog lees because we need to get people's. En dan wil ek ook ek het nog nie my opinie gegee nie, okay?
Hulle my opinie gekat.
Nee, ek het nie opinie gekat nie. It's today's world, a allegation is enough to end your career.
Yeah.
Look at DJ Fresh and Euphonics. Courts of public opinion and Twitter will end your life and livelihood. They'll call brands you work with and you get fired. This is what Mutumba says. Why are you supporting? Where are the bruises on the boy? This is what Jonathan Kingdom say. I don't condone violence against women. There have been so many false accusations against successful young black men. I would rather wait for the case to be finalized. This is what Vosia say. Kaufi is in pain, says Roviera. I nee man. Laat me shut up. Wat sê jy, bra? Dis Jagan Case kom na jou kant toe. Allegedly, the father of the female is on Mason's side. I repeat, allegedly. This is what Dante Olovo says. The boy must stay at home. Mitch, go back to your old dealer. This new dealer things are strong for you. En haal hy cap af. Laat die kop oxygen kry. Tayshawn, is he even a good player? Fra Jonathan Kingdom. So United, you are renouncing your beloved son overnight. Mitch Sepangwes is gespike. Excellent player. Dante Lovu. Mason teammates stopped following him on social media. Ronaldo them. Jesus, no one is waiting for this case to be finalized. They have convicted him already. Estomish, waar is Maria hierdie tyd? Bradley Kuvis. That's why all the male studio will not work. Maria must come through on some topics to balance opinion.
She was gonna cry.
This kid's career could be over. Guys, too many rich and famous young boys' careers were ended due to false accusations. R. Kelly being framed, Roviera.
You see, Roviera? No, your punk was gespike.
Yo.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, guys, I'll give you my very, very quick opinion on this matter. I hear what both of you are saying in terms of the fact that, like for what you say, for instance, Kaufi, then why is she only reporting this case now?
Yes.
Okay. You say, Mitch, why? I mean, this thing has probably not gone to trial yet, and this boy has been ostracized before this case is really, coming to a fore, etc., etc. You see, my challenge with abuse that I have with, and this is to counter what somebody said here, that there's a mainstream men's opinion here. Bradley Kuvis, you did not hear my opinion yet on this issue, Bradley.
Mainstream.
Yeah. My opinion is, I don't think at this moment in time Manchester United had any choice but to suspend this boy.
Sure.
From
until the investigations are completed. Sure.
Yeah,
Makes
because Kaufi, if you are being accused of rape as a Trusco brand, if you are being accused of you killed someone, if I'm being accused of raping someone, and my name lands into the media, Trusco or Quentin has no choice but to distance itself from me. Okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Secondly,
Suspend me.
Yeah, suspend me until further investigations, etc. Secondly, and this comes now from my position as a father of a daughter. I've experienced many a times where my daughter would come and tell me about a little fight that she had with another girl or a disagreement 3 weeks after the fact. And on Sunday night, I had this discussion with my daughter. I said, sweetheart, why are you only telling me this now?
Yeah.
This thing happened 3 weeks ago, sweetheart. You're supposed to talk to Daddy about it. No, Daddy, I didn't feel okay because you know what, Daddy, I didn't want Daddy to go to Uncle Kaufi's house and to tell Uncle Kaufi because I still want to play with Natalie and Where is the empathy at the moment for the girl who was allegedly raped, gentlemen? Because both of you at the moment are defending the position van die fucking Mugu.
Okay,
in my opinion.
I'm a
Okay, in your
Newcastle
opinion.
fan.
Huh?
I'm a Newcastle fan. Yeah. So
I will explain to you now.
What?
Listen,
I
okay,
want to
empathy.
hear.
I understand, and look, I'm saying that's why I said firstly, he has all the money in the world to be like, oh, listen here, if we're gonna have this violent stuff in our relationship, I'm gonna move on and I'm gonna get myself a girl. And he was stupid for that, being in that relationship and getting to that point. Let me ask you something, Neville. How many times has your daughter come to you and said, Baba, Obuda het me geslaan? And it was probably just because he didn't want to give her the remote. You see?
One thing I do.
Yeah.
One thing I do, and my children knows it. I try to be as impartial as possible when it comes to my children, especially my daughter. And I keep on telling her, sweetheart, don't think for 1 second because you're my daughter and you know how I feel about you. I'm not just going to blankly defend you on anything.
Yeah.
I want to know what happened.
Yeah.
And even with this disagreement that she had with Kaufi's daughter, and I'm using Kaufi as an example, this disagreement, I interrogated her. Hoekom het julle gestry? Waarom het julle gestry? Hoekom het sy so gesê?
So
for
does
me-
that mean you don't have empathy for your daughter?
No, it doesn't mean I
Yeah,
have
so
not
it doesn't
empathy.
mean that we don't have empathy for her. We're just saying that Manchester United decided his name should be changed. They are capitalizing on his expense.
But Mitch, why would
Listen,
they be capitalizing on it?
They are doing that.
Capitalize.
Do
Is
you understand what I
capitalize
said?
the correct word? We are. If you say
Okay,
capitalize,
let
it
me
means
use
that
another word.
financial gain.
Yeah, and let me just use let me just use another form of that. So if people come change his jersey, right? So let's say only one person did that. Doesn't that person have empathy for the girl? Because only one person came out saying, "Okay, I'm gonna come change it."
Okay.
So now let me I want to make it clear so your unscrupulous fans there like Roviera then
Yes,
will
yes.
understand me really well. This all boils down to like religion. Ne? Religion, if you couldn't question, you couldn't question anything about religion, it was illegal.
Yeah.
That's how religion was not held accountable, and that's what women are now to us men. You cannot be held accountable, or you cannot be questioned, and if you question, you're crucified.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is this: after this guy is found not guilty, nothing will change. Nike will not come back to him. FIFA will not put him back. Manchester will not send out the apology.
He's finished.
His life
even
is
if
done.
even if he's found not guilty, he's finished.
That's what the
So
point is.
maybe
Can I
they-
just make the point quickly?
Sure.
That's what the point is. Let's talk about what's the dude's name for Pirates of the Caribbean? Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp had to went and prove to the courts himself saying, "I didn't do this." The lady bit off his finger and everything. He was cancelled from Pirates of the Caribbean. Everything. He was blackballed by Hollywood. The lady, when they found out the man is not guilty, you know what happened?
Was he found not guilty?
He was found not guilty. You know
Okay.
what happened? The lady is still in Aquaman.
Who?
The lady, what's her name?
The
What,
actor.
Amber, whatever her name is. She's still in Aquaman. Her career is still thriving. Nobody sent out an apology to Johnny Depp, and that's the point that I'm trying to make.
Yes.
Let's not say he's guilty and
But
indict him right now.
maybe there, and I know there's definitely a lawyer watching the show at
Yeah.
the moment. Yeah, maybe there's another one as well that I know. So let's hear the opinions of the lawyers. Why are the lawyers, the legal eagles on our show, so quiet at the moment?
Kom ek lees gou hier wat kan jy sê? Was Ronaldo not accused of the same? Assess how his situation was handled. This cancel culture before the fact is very wrong. What happened to innocent until proven guilty? The myopa in these narratives is just pathetic. Women are also not stupid. especially when it comes to die comments gaan to well-resourced men and vice versa.
Exactly. Come on, let me tell you what happened here. And this is my theoretical theory. Maybe Mason called her by the side and said, "Listen, I'm leaving you. This relationship is over."
Come on, slutty elastus. And
Come on, slutty
yeah, and
elastus.
there's been I've been in that type of situation about not the rape, but a girl. I broke up with her, and she was like, "Okay, can we at least have the last sex?" And we did it. Imagine that girl goes the next morning,
fucking conspiracy theories.
morning, and go report me, and the evidence would obviously be there.
Vosi Alana Greenwood, women like that should be charged for false accusations.
We don't know that.
They don't.
We don't know
which
yet
woman
whether
do you know
she's
that
telling
got-
the truth.
Jonathan Kingdom, Ronaldo is a big boy. Who is Mason? He has no stamina. Mutumba says, yes, the Me Too movement is powerful, gents.
I'm scared.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein. Oeh, ja, dis 'n ander ene daai.
Oh, nee, was a
Ek weet nie waar is ander dinge. Kom ek lees maar hier wat ek het. Mason, gents, ja, die comments nie.
Ja, nou kom hulle.
Mitch se girls ook. Daai is seker net na my lokasie vibes so waar. Dis wat Bradley Koos is. Jonathan Kingdom says, until proven guilty is for corrupt-based nations to protect their comrades. But in well-advanced nations, media talks can end your life. Mitch, I don't think it's always easy for these abusers to let go of their victims. It's a sickness. This is what Wayulu says. Natangwe says, Mason have been a troublesome boy last year. He and Foden were thrown out of the England squad when them clubbing in Greece. Oh, is it him? I remember the incident. While the team was in camp. Since then, he was never called for England, but he is a talent. Oh, Natango, I remember the incident.
How does that even fit here? You went out clubbing and you were thrown out of a club. Now it's you a troublesome boy. You had the chance to rape.
Mitch.
No, man.
The man has been
Mitch.
stigmatized.
No,
He's been
Mitch.
stigmatized.
No,
Nonsense. This
That's
boy,
nonsense.
he broke curfew, him and that green woman.
Does that mean he
Yeah,
has,
Foden.
he has a potential to rape and assault a woman?
No. All what Natango is
No,
saying is
no,
this.
he shouldn't have said that.
Okay.
His
okay.
pango is too strong. That's
Yeah,
now pango.
Yeah. Natalie says, what is your point, Mitch? Hey, ek sê vir jou, jy word gejay hierso van Natalie nie. Sê Mitch,
Gaan toch.
yeah, sowieso. Roviera says, United is doing the right thing. Check the Tiger Woods issue. Nike removed themselves because it could have ended bad for Nike. Mitch, kom reg man.
Business.
That can't be a lie because bruises are available and that in line with the case. This is what Jonathan says. Estomish say earlier comment, people report cases later at times due to fear, shame,
Yeah,
and
I
other
understand that
reasons.
part. Yeah.
If it's true, maybe she loves him and didn't want to come out but was told to by her loved ones. I am with you here,
Yep,
Estomich.
me too agree.
Jacindy, I can just quickly say, guys, you know what? My 16-year-old son is an aspiring footballer. And the two of us discussed this. Teddy, het Teddy gesien wat Greenwood gemaak het? Toen zei ik, okay,
Wat
Shia?
gemaakt het.
let's discuss. What do you think about it? Yo, Teddy. The pictures and the video clip or the what, the
Yeah,
sound,
the video clip,
the what. No, Daddy, it's clear that the guy is guilty. Said, do you feel he's guilty? No, Daddy, I have no doubt he's guilty. So I said to him, you know, Shia, God willing, if you're going to become a footballer one day, if you're in a privileged position to play for a club, whether it's in South Africa or Europe or whatever, look at these instances, okay, and be careful as to your behavior.
And that you don't get yourself into these
And you
situations.
don't get yourself into
That's
these
it,
situations.
that's it.
Yeah.
This is all I tell.
Yeah.
Goffy, you wanted to say what?
No. I'm at the moment just listening and taking it in. I wouldn't be able to make a comment right now, but because I think we touched a lot of these bases on this. But it'll be extremely interesting to watch this case and how
Yeah.
it turns out after a year or two.
I wanted to throw
It's cake done.
another case to you, like something that happened with our neighbors here in South Africa with, what's the boy's name? Super Mega, AKA. So they had an argument.
Is it the girl who committed suicide?
Suicide. You're saying she committed suicide. People are saying AKA pushed her off.
Oh, okay.
Media
Okay,
outlets,
ek ken
right?
ook nie die
Yeah,
julle-
so now look at this. This is the position you're in, and that's what I was saying the other day. They are going to use something that you did and a certain way you behaved in that thing. Let's say you and me, we're men, and we have an argument at a bar. Unfortunately, I'm a indoors gay guy now. I'm in the closet now, Kama.
Indoors
But you don't
gay
know that. It was indoors. So you don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know nothing about that. Neville, you're a rich guy. You're a rich comedian. I'm a struggling comedian. I'm just putting through this. And we argue about a sitting place at Chopsy's. And I punch you in the face. And you punch me back, and you punch me real bad. You go back to your place. Obviously, you have a lot to lose. And now I see there is this movement. And I go like to the newspapers and I'm. This is why I didn't come out of the closet, because of what we are going through as a community and what and what. You know what will happen to you?
What?
You know what will happen to you? You'll be prosecuted. You didn't even know that you're fighting with a gay dude.
And you'll never get another gig again.
Yeah. And now look at this. Look at
But
this.
he's
Now-
the guy that punched you first.
Yeah. And now you say, okay, you don't want to go through all this. Listen, you don't want to go through all this.
Franco Jose.
I just want to finish this.
Yeah,
So you don't want to go through. I know what he's going to say. He's going to say something stupid that doesn't even put anything to this topic. So now you said, Mitch, listen, I'm going to settle this with you outside of court because I don't want to go with this back. It's hurting my career and all that. And now you give me $100,000. Now you go have an argument with your wife at home. Your wife is suffering something mental and what. And you break down the door to come to your wife. And then you guys sort out this stuff. 5 days after that, your wife jumps from the balcony. Do you know what case they're going to use to convict you? Neville has been known for being violent. And against people that cannot defend themselves and all that. And you will be prosecuted. And this will happen because of media, not because of even courts. Media will prosecute you, my guy. And you will be convicted.
I remember Kaufi a few years ago talking about an incident like this. Swakopmund,
Yeah.
Voerman and Brock. That's just in front of Cookies.
That's
Cookies,
just opposite.
Yeah, Cookies on the left, Voerman on the right. So I'm crossing over from Cookies to Voerman's side. A car speeds towards me. Okay, and I'm crossing the road. This car speeds towards me like it wants to really bump me.
Okay.
I'm like, yo! I sort of jumps out of the road. I'm like, hey, ry bietjie stadiger. I mean, this is a holiday town. An old German lady jumps out of her car. She literally sticks her finger up my nose. Like, du schon einverstehst nicht, das ist rot von uns, das nicht, man.
Oh my God, man.
Hey, Jimmy staan langs me.
Oh, hell.
But she's like in my face. Ek verstaan fokkolie. Ek staan so, nee. Ek sê vir haar, hey, jou massa. I'm going full out, but I'm shouting at her. You need to back off, sê ek vir haar, okay? But I shouted with so much, I almost punched her.
You see?
And I know an Afrikaner oompie was standing over here, telling me, hey, jy praat nie so met 'n vrou nie. Toe sê ek vir hom, hey, Jay, weet jy wat hier aangaan nie? Ek sal vir jou op. This is what I said. Okay?
That's you, Neville.
Jimmy has been telling me this for a number of years. Neville, as jy daai vrou geslaan het daai dag, your
Of
career
gestoot.
your career would have been over.
Exactly. And that is what happens to you when you work so hard at your career.
Yeah.
And these incidents happen. No matter what you do and no matter how right you are, you will be the loser.
That's why you need to become at all times.
I remember that specific incident, the level of restraint that I had, what this woman did, unprovoked. And she did that. Kom ek lees gou 'n paar comments. I need to go to a meeting, guys. But you guys, I think you guys can continue. One of you need to come and sit here.
Koffie moet daar gaan sit.
Ja.
Is amper tyd ewen.
Ja.
Ja,
A
kom ons
year
wat
long hope. Asser Harun Rambo. Mohausi Bollis is dis hoekom ek vir Kaufman gesien en gelos het.
Ja, man.
Mohau. Estomi says, stay indoors until I come. It's not safe outside. Jaya jokes there. Aye. Girls, Brett Kovi said, never that incident right there is good material for a lesson on racism, GBV, etc. In a comedy show. We had a good laugh. Ja, my gender sukkel ook soms eerste, Jessica says. Because this happened while Ole was in charge. Okay, how do I get back in? Here are we the conversation. Tini says men need to resally that they are guilty the moment they are being processed. Just study how the law is phrased and defined with regards to the gender-based issues. South Africa recently amended this.
If
the
a man,
statutes
it's faced
relating to the criminality of gender-based violence, choices and consequences. Know the law and its implications to your freedoms as a man. Guys, finish man. We want to watch Kanjengela. What is Kanjengela?
He's,
the
he's
court.
being cross-questioned.
The court. Open Neville. Jy moes daai oorige lanie toppie gesê het. Girls start early when they are bad. My 11-year-old was being stalked by a classmate. She would ring the doorbell pretending she's one of his friends. She even changed her voice. Hi, it's me, Martin. Do you want to play? He came down. It was that girl. She followed him to football training that we got the school involved and her parents. Now he can breathe. Estimate. Speaking. Deep.
It's very deep.
Yeah. So, in conclusion, on this specific topic, my position is that as jy nou vir my vra, blou draad, rooi draad, I must take a position.
Yes.
I can't say wait for the courts. What?
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Blou draad, rooi draad. My position here currently is with the girl. I feel Manchester United did the right thing by suspending this boy. If it was Nike's situation, what? Hopefully, if he is found not guilty, hope it can be restored. But for now, I am taking the side of this girl. That's my position. I sincerely hope that all aspiring footballers, celebrities out there, etc.,
We will talk about this
don't
again.
put yourself in a
Into
compromising
those
position.
Yep.
Waar jy jou gat gaan sien. Your final words on this topic.
My position is he's still a stupid guy, man. And I'm with the girl.
Okay, so you're going to hand back your shirts now?
No, I'm just saying he's stupid. He's just stupid, man. Knowing all this happening in the world right now, and you would even try to defend yourself. If you want to say you defended yourself and that's how she got there, it's just stupid. You should
Can
have
you imagine you have that shirt with his name on, with his signature on, and he's innocent? Do you know how much you're going to sell that shirt for?
Yeah.
And he's going to bring out the book anyway, so he's still going to be a millionaire. Well done. Get yourself another girl.
Rovera says, my position is Greenwood is op pad Robert Chantis too.
Thank you for Robert Chandis. Robert Chandis.
Guys, you guys need to come and finish the show.
No, we're done. No, the people want to see the judges and all, and I've got to run. I've got an interview to do. So that's 3 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just put out a poll if they are with the girl or not, and we'll just play music.
What about the
And then I,
Muhu Award?
Yeah.
We didn't put out the
Come finish it off. Let me run. Okay, guys, it's been. Yeah,
You can run
come
to us.
sit,
Put
come
it up.
sit. Yeah, of Mitch, you can come sit and you can come and finish up.
Yeah.
Guys, it's really been a pleasure. Thank
just
you
put
so
up the
much for your comments and your opinions. Your opinions matter. There's no right or wrong opinion here. It's
I'll just put
it's
out the
all
poll
good.
there
It's
for
all
the
good. So see you guys on Monday. Have a blessed weekend.
Yeah.
As julle nie zak het nie, Changa.
That's it. And from Kofi as well. We'll see you Monday. I've got to run as well. Dangi, have a fantastic
Guys,
weekend.
I'm
I'll
just
leave you in the
gonna put
capable
out a
hands
poll
of my
quickly,
dear
so
colleague.
You can also
oh,
put down
Mitch.
your stance if you're for the girl or for Mason Greenwood. So I'm gonna put that up, and we're gonna listen to some music right now. Ons gaan nie verder met die show nie. Ai, toch man.
Shady Makanakan. Igual como. Okucheka mananti nkulu ya paimi. Bigina. Selimangwe. 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 Mama. I love you. Selimangwe. Mama. Said I love you. Odigole, mama. Odigole, mama. Selim odigole, sama. Selim odigole, sama. Kashintalo kama tona ba totally ndi bui. Ugato no tabati, kadina shoswek. Hanufana makutu, hiloma pati. Eda pulo kaste kota kudifuta. Hey, when a sister, here manaka. Hey, so, here, Gaza, let's just be friends. Nekuno shimaliwa, nakucho wanasa. Nekuno shihauto, nakucho waswaka. Nona wopa ipeka mewe teko. Keba chalo china, shiko matako. Tako wimacho na iya sunula. Imacho na itaifa sunula. Selima we, mama. I love you. Selima we, mama. Said I love you. Odigole, mama. Odigole, mama. Selima odigole, sama. Selima odigole, sama. Okutameka mo 77 na Selima ngengone ndakala nemtime okano ndikahole loholo lutime yena vio paime Selimo tashaina haika kwa tesha itungo kandingosho ikujaleke biliko shikesho nikashingo pima na dengisho kwimba ekele shompya nerengelo fasa shikukutumesha shinenguni mopolo inoyo lange na nengeno ndanyangwe tolo amame kasa iyandipo kasa if you don't believe me kapule nizo Selima we mama I love you Selima we mama said I love you Odigole mama Odigole mama Selima odigole sama Selima odigole sama Inani mona nane umwe ekuvama Keshe shime ushino shekupamba Enyo vimomba no tanditema Ikuminikile ngenge momilema Ilukalo tumba na memoshinemo Keshe shime uwe tashikale nepo Uhole yetu, uhole yetu, uhole yetu, uhole yetu Selima we, mama I love you Selima we, mama Said I love you Odigole, mama Odigole, mama Selima odigole, See the die bobo, I want the die bobo. I'm on the na bobo, hey bobo, bobo, see the die bobo. What we know? What a die bobo, come on, die bobo, everybody bobo. What we know? Everybody bobo, hey bobo, I come bobo, coming up now, bobo. Say bobo, what is that? Hey bobo, check that now. Hey bobo, everybody bobo. Go like bobo, yeah bobo, everybody bobo. I am the bobo. Let me see your hand. Hey bobo, mother is up na bobo. Everybody bobo, come on. Hey bobo, everybody bobo. Who's the bobo?
Jelle is maar net slecht. Now, guys, please do check your poll out and please put down your vote. Is he guilty or not? Ek Angela sal sê he's guilty, maar ja, he's net stupid van my kant af. So luister maar die muziek. Ek sal nou af die live gaan. Lekker vrijdag vir julle. Part about it is, you know, everything that's thrown to my way, I always make a positive thing out of it. My next show is going to be on the 26th of February. It's going to be called The Chronicles of Stomby, and it's going to be sold out. Marsha, lekker naweek vir jou en groet toch my kind asseblief. I just had to put that down there, and 38% of you guys voted Mason Greenwood is not guilty, and 63% of you guys said he is guilty. So hele mooi naweek guys, my tyd is klaar en ons meet weer maandag. Lekker naweek vir julle.